Hi everyone, welcome to Cole's Cozy Cradle. My name is Nicole, and this channel is all about lifelike dolls and cozy vibes. Today's video is calling all lovers of Lee Middleton dolls. You guys, look at these boys. Now listen, I know they're a little bit of a mess. They are about to get cleaned up, but I just can't believe they're here. So, a friend came to visit me at the beginning of this week, and she brought me some dolls out of her own collection, most of which I had given to her, and she was returning them to me because she now wants to downsize. But her mom loves to shop estate sales, and she participated in one that was auctioned off by room, and there was stuff in the room that she wanted, so she bought the room. But these dolls were also in the room and she did not want to keep them, so she was gonna give them to Goodwill. And my friend said, wait a minute, I know somebody who loves Lee Middleton dolls. So she brought me these sweet little boys. Oh my goodness, I can't even believe it. They have their original outfits and everything. These are Riva Schick Artist Studio Collectibles. Two little baby boys. They're about 20 inches long, I think. What's going on here? Did I mess up the camera focus? There we go. And I think that they make the cutest little twins. So this guy does have some clouding of his eyes. That can happen with age, but their hair and everything is still in great condition. And this guy is definitely a little on the dirtier side. But, you know, again, these dolls are from 1997, and they could have sat in that one person's house for all of that time. I don't know. I haven't come up with names for them yet. I've been really struggling with names, but I wanted to show them in their original outfits, even though these clothes do need to be washed and everything, before fixing them up, because I wondered if anyone recognized them. So if you love Lee Middleton dolls, or you know people who do, I would love it if you would share with your friends and tell me if you know anything about these dolls. Share with your friends who love Lee Middletons as well. Maybe somebody can tell me something. If not, it's no big deal, but these are major. Like, this is a major big deal to me. And I'm going to tell you why. But first, let's get them undressed and washed up. Okay, so they're both undressed. It was a pretty nasty surprise to pull off this guy's socks. If you saw my reaction from like the side or whatever when I did that, his feet are really sticky. So this little guy has had problems with sticky. Initially, my friend thought that it was just in his mouth. I don't think she looked under the shoes or socks. It was in his mouth. It was around his eyes. Yeah. So he had a pacifier in his mouth that just sat there for years and years, probably. Um, and there was definitely sticky residue from that. There was some around his eyes, like right here. Oh, I see. It's like on his eyeballs as well. See, I thought he might have lost eyelashes on the bottom because some of them did have bottom lashes, and I definitely thought that he lost those, and that's why it was sticky around his eyes. I was not expecting to find it on his feet. It's just like his vinyl has acquired this sticky stuff, but it did come off pretty easily from his mouth, so hopefully I'll be able to get this off, and hopefully we don't lose like a bunch of color or anything in the process. This is just part of it. This is part of the deal. I've never done cleanup like this on vintage dolls that came out of somebody else's collection, so we'll just see what happens. So I'm gonna take them upstairs now and give them a little bit of a bath, and I will take you guys along. Okay, we have our babies over here. Ooh, we've got limbs spinning around everywhere. I can tell you this guy's gonna be up first. Ugh. All right, we have our two babies right here. There we go. There we are. We're upstairs in the bathroom. And so don't mind them flopping around. The Middleton dolls are like super floppy. And then for our actual washing, we have some fragrance-free, very gentle baby soap that I'm just going to be using in really small amounts to clean them. And we have, what did I do with the Q-tips? I got out a couple Q-tips. Oh, they're right here. I'm going to put them in my pocket so I don't lose them. And then we've got cotton swabs. We're just going to do some very gentle cleaning here. So let's go ahead and get into that. So I might have forgotten to mention this part. This is not a tutorial video, okay? Don't do what I just did. So I tried to film bathing them, and I just could not get a good angle on like me and them and the sink. Plus hold on to them, plus manage like all my supplies and stuff. Guys, this was a full body experience. Just I've got wet patches on my clothes. They got wet. They got wetter than they were supposed to. They're not like saturated or anything, but like it's not gonna be a problem. I'll probably hit them with some cool air out of the hairdryer. But this guy over here, okay, this Mr. Man, he kept trying to like fling himself all the way in the water. You know, I think he must have been somebody's snuggle buddy in a previous home, because his stuffing is like really compressed and stuff, and he just is so floppy. Like he was definitely somebody's little snuggle baby for sure. And then Mr. Sticky Feet is sticky no longer, so all that did come off. Now what they look like, I can't tell you that. I washed their hair. They still need their hair like combed and conditioned. I'll do that when we get back downstairs. Yeah, that was, you know, Lee Middleton's logo was the babies that love you back. They don't just love you back. They like move by themselves, and, you know, take on whole personalities and like okay, I'm kidding a little bit. They don't move by themselves, but like they're so floppy. Anyway, they are now bathed, so I'm gonna dry them off a little bit. You do have to be careful using a hair dryer around vinyl dolls. You never ever want to overheat them, especially when synthetic hair is involved. You never ever want to do that. But I have done this before, so I'm gonna be careful. Just, you always use cool air. You always like feel and check to make sure that they're not getting hot or whatever. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I'll see you guys when we get back downstairs. Okay, now we get to do the fun part. Oh, and here comes Benson. He's my little assistant. He's always gotta help. Look at these crazy arms and legs. All right, Benson, are you gonna babysit? Are you gonna watch the other twin while I work on the first one? All right. You babysit him. You watch him, okay? Hey. Yeah, I got that. I've got that part. Okay? You just go watch the baby. Because, I mean, this one's the crazy one right here, but you never know what that other one might do. All right. Let's get him centered in here. There we go. All right. So, in the absence of names, I'm going to call him Baby B. Baby A. And the other one, Baby B. All right, Benson. You better watch him. You better be watching him. Yes, I need the diapers and the clothes, though, okay? So, it's time for fresh diapers, fresh outfits, and hair conditioning. But before we do any of that, these babies smell a little bit like an old house, which is completely normal and natural. So we're going to do some Reborn baby powder scent. Oof, that is really strong right now, but it'll be nice when it dries in. My friend Lulu gave me that years ago, and I still have some. I really wish I could come up with names for these guys. I definitely got a feel for their personalities while I was cleaning them up. This guy right here, he is my crazy one. He is Crazy Pants. He's also a huge snuggler, but they both are. All right. Yeah, these diapers are going to work just fine. That's good because I'm about to be out of diapers. And one of the reasons that these babies mean so much for my friend are because I'm in a season right now of not buying anything. The only things I've got coming in right now are total necessities, like food and stuff for Benson, like, food and litter for him and stuff. But for myself, no fun stuff. And that's not a choice. That is really, truly, it's just got to be that way right now. And it means so much that my friend thought of me and blessed me with these babies. And you're gonna see more babies coming because she brought a car full of babies. And they all just have huge significance. Let's see if we can get his little hand all the way in. It's not far enough down yet. Come on, you gotta cooperate. We've gotta get dressed. I know you love the freedom of not being dressed, probably, but you have to get dressed. And these outfits, these little baby outfits, they really are plainer than the stuff that I took them out of, but I wanted to come up with cute little kind of coordinating things, but a lot of the stuff that I have for my boys that that would be coordinating is already being worn by other babies, and I didn't want to take clothes off other babies to dress these guys right now, so they're getting these plain, simple little one pieces, but that's okay because they probably need a chance to relax after what they just went through. Don't you guys think? I also said that I would tell you guys why these particular babies are so significant to me. And that is because Lee Middleton dolls were absolutely the first step on the path to becoming a doll collector and being who and what and where I am today with that. And I will tell you that whole story. I have told it on this channel before, but for those who are new or who maybe didn't watch that video or whatever, this is a little big, but it works. And I actually feel like he is the bigger one. If this is big on him, this might swallow his brother. It's okay. It's 0 to 3 months, but it's Hudson baby, so it runs a little bit big. But I wanted something that would let their little feet hang out because it is warm outside. But, you know, they need the long legs and long sleeves because they've got 3/4, I mean, I always do that, 1/4 limbs. And look, he's a little thumb sucker. They both are. Isn't that so cute? Let's put his other arm up like that. Oh, these babies, they just pose like a dream. An absolute dream. All right, let's do his hair now. I'm enjoying this part. The cleaning was admittedly not super fun, but this part is. So this stuff that I'm using right now is Alyssa and Nicole synthetic wig conditioner. It's leave-in. And sorry, I know it looks like I might be being a little rough with him, but I promise you I'm not. This is nothing compared to what cleaning them up was like. And this is a wig brush. I love this Alyssa and Nicole stuff. It feels tacky when you first put it on the hair, but as it dries, it really makes synthetic hair just soft and silky. I love this for Lyndon. I love this for my other Middletons. I love this for all of my dolls that have synthetic hair. And I just got the wig brush and comb set on Amazon a while ago. And this is what I use for the hair. I could stand for the brush to be a little bit smaller, but that's okay. And he's fabulous. He is looking fabulous. There we go. Wow, he's so much better than he was. And his little cloudy eyes, I actually knew about that. And believe it or not, I really like this about him. I mean, I wouldn't do it on purpose because it's an age-related thing, but I like it because I was born with congenital cataracts. I still have them because there would have been no point in removing them. Benson? Chill. He's being crazy over there. So I love that about him. All right, let me just switch them. And I will dress his brother. Benson, you better be babysitting because I'm about to put the crazy one over here with you. Say, I'm not crazy. How could you say that about me? I'm not crazy. I'm a good little boy. Oh, they're so sweet. They're both so sweet. And this little guy, Baby B. Here we go. Let's get him in there. He's just the little chill guy. He's just like, yeah, do whatever you want. Just love me. Just make sure I feel good. Oop. He's got some stuffing coming out around his foot. I might have to take some little scissors and snip that at some point. It'll be okay right now, though. I've never seen them leak like that. That's okay. Now it's his turn for this, for the baby cologne. And one squirt on the back. There we go. He's gonna smell really good now. So while I get him dressed, I'll tell you guys about my first encounter with Lee Middleton dolls. And in the comments, if you would love to tell your first story of a realistic doll, I would love to hear it. I love these kinds of stories. Okay. There we go. So when I was 6, my mom took me to visit a family friend, and she collected Lee Middleton dolls with her daughter, who was a few years older than I was. And she decided to take me into the doll room and show me all of their baby dolls. And I've always loved baby dolls. Literally, from the time I could walk and hold one. Maybe before that. I have always loved baby dolls. And the more realistic, the more they felt like real babies, the better I liked them. I was born blind, for those of you who may not know that. And so appearance didn't mean anything to me as a kid. Nothing. But feeling meant everything. So she took me into this doll room and she started letting me hold these babies. And I don't know how many they had, maybe 100. I'm trying to remember what she told us. Was it 75 or something? I don't know. It was a lot. But she started letting me hold these baby dolls, and I was absolutely in heaven. I mean, I was just in awe of these dolls. I could not get enough of them. I rocked them. I talked to them. I was really gentle because, my mom kept telling me to be careful, and her friend kept saying, "She's fine. Don't worry." And it is true. Like, these dolls are tough. They would be a great candidate for snuggling with a little kid. Sorry, I just realized how I was holding him up. Sorry about that. And in fact, she wanted to give me one of their dolls, but my mom said no. She said I wasn't ready, and honestly, she was probably right. At that age, I probably was not ready for that. This is gonna be huge on him. He really is smaller. I thought that they were the same size, but he really is smaller, I think. But ever since then, I have loved Lee Middleton dolls. And so later on, my cousins got them, and I wanted one so badly. But by the time they started getting them, people were starting to tell me that I was getting too old for dolls, and I never felt that way. I'm sure that's an experience that many of us have had. And yeah, so I didn't get them, but I did get to play with my cousin's babies. Yeah, this is massive. He needs newborn, I think. We'll see. It'll work for right now, though. My goodness. You're just a little guy. You're just a little guy. Okay, and he's an even better thumb sucker than his brother. So, as a young teenager, I had a yard sale with a bunch of my old toys and clothes and things like that, and other stuff from other family members that they didn't care what happened to it, you know. And I saved money to get my own Lee Middleton doll. And I had been looking at them for months. And then when I went to the store, the one that I had my eye on just wasn't exactly what I wanted after all. And even though there were a whole bunch of Lee Middleton dolls, because I went to a doll store. There used to be a doll store in my area. I ended up falling in love with a special edition Behringer instead, and I got her. And that was a wonderful experience, but, you know, I still didn't get my Lee Middleton doll. And then when I tried to get one as an adult, it was right after Madame Alexander had bought the company. And they just were not the same. They really weren't. So, a few years ago, my friends Amy and Anna, who were my roommates when I lived in a different part of the state, they gave me 2 Lee Middleton babies when they moved to live up there. And then later on, my friend Penny sneaked one into the box with Jack and Lulu, my 2 of my reborn babies. And now this. So I feel like after almost 30 years, I am now being blessed with so many adorable Lee Middleton dolls. And it's just so, I love that they all came from friends. I really, really value that. I value that more highly than if I'd bought them myself. I truly do. It just means so much. Here they are, together. The 2 twinsies. Well, maybe twins. He really is bigger. Look at that. Yeah, he's got like an inch on his brother. But that's okay. Yeah, they can still be twins. Can you guys share the space a little bit more equitably? What if I turn them towards each other? And look. Oh, they can hold hands. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're so sweet. There they are, all cleaned up and beautiful and smelling good and freshly dressed. I will clean their original clothes, but they can wear baby clothes too, because all my dolls do. So I'm just delighted with them. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing them too, and thank you for coming along on this crazy adventure with me. If you have any ideas for names, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm going to take my time and really think about it. And, you know, if these guys decide to tell me, that's great. If they decide to tell me what their names are, that's wonderful. But, yeah, I want to choose something that's really meaningful. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a longer video, but I hope you enjoyed, and look out for more fun things coming up, because I've got more babies to show you, and I have other plans too that that are in the works right now. So thank you all so much for being here. Until next time, take care, be kind, and may God bless you all. Bye.